Hey, good evening once again, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park for Game 1 of a 4-game series between the Red Sox and the Tigers. Red Sox have taken the field. Let's check out the Detroit Tigers starting lineup, brought to you by Rico. Leading it off is Curtis Granderson in center field, Craig Monroe in left, Gary Sheffield, the designated hitter, with Maglio Ordonez in right field, Carlos Guillen at shortstop, with Ivan Rodriguez doing the catching, Sean Casey at first base, Neifi Perez at second base bats 8th, and Brandon Inge at third base bats 9th. Panasonic brings us the starting pitcher tonight, and for Boston, it's Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Matsuzaka making his 8th start of the season. The record stands at 4-2, the 4.80 ERA. 47 strikeouts for Matsuzaka puts him 6th in the league in that category, and a very strong outing last time out against the Blue Jays. In that game, 7 innings, 5 hits, only the 1 run. That came on a Lyle Overbay solo home run in the 6th inning, and of course the Red Sox won that ball game 9-3. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. They are 11th in the league with 27 errors. Mike Lowell at third base, Julio Lugo the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Ramirez, Crispin, Drew in the outfield, and Jason Varitek doing the catching for Daisuke.
Umpiring crew has Rob Drake behind the plate, Gary Darling at first base, Jerry Meals at second base, and Bruce Kreckman is the umpire at third. Well, Daisuke is ready to go as Curtis Granderson stands in. And the first pitch of this one is outside for ball 1. Curtis Granderson starting the night at .269, 6 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Pretty good pop for their leadoff hitter. Daisuke falls behind 2-0.
And the Tigers coming off a trip from Minnesota. Late game last night, Sunday night baseball, arriving probably about what, 4:30 this morning in the Boston area.
It's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. I was watching the game last night and seeing, the Tigers really had a tough game, losing 16-4. It's kind of un-Tiger-like this season, but you're sitting there watching it, and you can almost map out what their travel plans are going to be like, because we do it so often. And you're sitting there thinking, well, this thing's ending around 11:15. You're thinking about 2 hours after the game, and as we found out recently, Minnesota's not all that close.
It's one of those USA Today mornings, when you check into your room, it's already near your door.
I guess those guys got in, as you said, 4:45, so figure to bed around 5:30 and recoup what kind of sleep you can. Ball 3 to Granderson and a full count. Craig Monroe waits on deck. Granderson fouls it off, and it's still full, 3-2.
Granderson has been in that leadoff spot the last couple of years for the Tigers. He does not walk very much, and he does strike out a lot, but he remains in that spot and has been very productive from the leadoff spot.
174 strikeouts last year, and off to the fast start this year, 5th in the American League in that category. Does not strike out this time as he lines it to right field. J.D. Drew is quickly over to play a bobble, and Granderson turns it on for his second and will get there. He had almost come to a stop at first when the bobble occurred in right, and he just kept it going after that point. Interesting to see how they rule it.
Yeah, he's got great speed. It's going to be a base hit and an error on J.D. Drew, his 3rd of the season. Gets over the ball, just bounces up and hits him off the chest, and of course that's all Curtis Granderson needs to get to second base with the head first slide.
3 errors for J.D. Drew, leads the American League right fielders, as it gets Granderson instantly into scoring position. And here's Craig Monroe. Monroe starting the night at .254 with 5 homers and 24 runs batted in. Trying the bunt bid, he offers at it, and it's strike 1 to Monroe. He's been hot lately, hitting at .370 over the last 15 games.
Now this Tiger offense since the beginning of May has really been swinging the bat well, and especially with men in scoring position.
1-2 now to Monroe. Yeah, they've been hitting in clutch situations all season long as they lead in batting average with runners in scoring position, up over 300. And the Red Sox second at 290. Tigers batting average has them fourth in the American League at 272. The Red Sox and Twins are tied for the top spot at 278, with the Yankees in between at 277. 1-2 now to Craig Monroe. Craig Monroe 3 home runs shy of 100 in his major league career. And so far this season with 5 home runs. Strike 3 call. First strikeout of the night for Daisuke.
.48 strikeouts now for Matsuzaka on the season. The cut fastball to pick up the strikeout here against Monroe. It's interesting. The top 2 guys in the lineup, Granderson and Monroe, both strike out a lot. For Monroe, that was his 35th strikeout of the season.
So 1 out, 1 on. Here is Gary Sheffield at 240, 6 homers and 17 runs batted in. The Tigers are looking for some pop in the middle of their order, and they found it this past offseason in Gary Sheffield. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. 461 career home runs for Sheffield, 31st all time. Popped up on the left side. Lugo equidistant between second and third, puts away out number 2. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos, and for our friends in Japan, Nippon no Minisama, Ohio gozaimasu, which means everybody in Japan, good morning, because it is morning in Japan. I hope.
2 down, Granderson at second base. Here's Maglio Ordonez off to a great start. 344, 7 homers, and 34 runs batted in. Ordonez ranking 6th in batting average in the league, and is second in RBIs with 34, only behind Alex Rodriguez. Slices it foul, and it's a ball and a strike. 93 that time for Matsuzaka.
And a little bit of a mislocation that time for Daisuke. Veritek was set up away, but that ball stayed middle in. That's a very dangerous spot against Maglio Ordonez. See Veritek set up outside, and the ball just stays inside. But fortunately for Daisuke, he fouls it straight back.
Trying to work around a hit and an error to the leadoff batter, Curtis Granderson, who's at second base with 2 down in the first as Ordonez fouls it off to the right.
Veritek once again pops out outside. This one a little bit more outside, but still a lot of the plate.
Struck him out. Ordonez is gone, and so are the Tigers in the first. Red Sox coming up.
Well, no score as we go to the bottom of the first. At the end of the first inning, Daisuke walking off the mound was called by the home plate umpire. What he did is he blew in his hand while on the mound. He can't do that tonight. It's not allowed. Very warm night here at Fenway Park. So they warned him if it happens again, next time they will call a ball. Of course, they relayed that message to Terry Francona, and I'm sure the message got through loud and clear to Daisuke.
Last half of the first inning, and Julio Lugo leading it off for the Red Sox. Lugo jumping back out of the way, but taking the strike over the inside corner. Nate Robertson on the mound, the starting pitcher, brought to you by Panasonic.
Well, you see the numbers of 3 and 2 coming off his shortest outing of the season last time against Seattle. Only 4 2/3 innings in that game.
His center field, Granderson will play it on a hop. Then a leadoff single for Julio Lugo. Let's check out the rest of the Red Sox starting 9, brought to you by New England Dodge Dealers. Kevin Youkilis at first base, bats second with David Ortiz, a designated hitter. Manny Ramirez in left field. J.D. Drew in right field. Mike Wohl at third base. Jason Varitek doing the catching with Coco Crisp out in center. Dustin Pedroia bats ninth at second base. So Julio Lugo, part of the Red Sox walk-off win here yesterday with that infield single in the ninth.
You know, Lugo's speed really came into effect on that final play of the game yesterday because the pitcher in that situation, Ray, stumbled a little bit. He didn't get a great jump, then he had to rush to get to first base, took his eye off the baseball, couldn't catch it, and speed creates a lot of that.
A lot of things going on in that play. If they make the play, it's over.
Yeah, it is over, but you're going to see the pitcher as the ground ball goes over there. He just hesitated. Now it's a race, and he has to look for the baseball and the bag at the same time. Took his eye off the ball, dropped it. It was not that bad of a throw by Millar.
Youkilis taking ball 3.
Robinson in his career against the Red Sox 1 and 2. That win coming last year right here at Fenway Park.
Youkilis with a .326 start to the season so far. 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. He's now hit safely in 7 straight games. And a very good series against the Orioles, going 5 for 13 in the series. Big Papi waiting on deck as the Red Sox bat here in the home half of the first inning. To short right as Ordonez coming in. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Now the Tiger defense is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. They're 4th in the league with 20 errors on the season. Brandon Inge at third base. Carlos Guillen, the shortstop. Nefi Perez gets to start tonight at second, and Sean Casey at first. Left to right, Craig Monroe, Curtis Granderson, and Maglio Ordonez. And Ivan Rodriguez doing the catching.
So 1 out, Lugo at first base. Held on by Sean Casey as David Ortiz stands in for the first time tonight.
By the way, Pudge Rodriguez has only won 12 Gold Gloves behind the plate.
That's it. Rifled foul, and it's 0-2 to Ortiz. Well out ahead of that as the key matchup is brought to you by Killians. David's had his troubles against Nate Robertson in his career. Just 1 for 14 with 5 strikeouts against the lefty for the Tigers.
Couple of different types of fastballs. The cross seam, 2-seam from Robinson. A slider, which I think is his best pitch, and of course a changeup. The changeup is what Lugo got the base hit on to lead the ball game off.
Robertson in his 4th full season with the Tigers. His 8th start of this year, but tonight makes his 112th start as a member of the Tigers, tying him with Dutch Leonard for 13th all-time among left-handed pitchers in Detroit Tigers franchise history. So fouled off to the left, still 1-2. So many want to make the biggest deal out of the players last year that the Tigers had, and that change. As you see Chuck Hernandez, the pitching coach here, I think you have to really point to Jim Leyland first. and say that the entire attitude changed immediately when he took over for the Tigers. Everything just became different, and even early on in the season when they started to scuffle a little bit, he made it quite clear that he was not going to put up with that. And from that point on, they were outstanding.
Jim Leyland's always had a tremendous reputation in the game of baseball wherever he has managed, and you know, as soon as a guy like him walks into a clubhouse with a team like the Tigers, it's immediate respect. And you know that you've had a guy with great success throughout his career. He's well respected among his peers in baseball, and you listen to what he says. And you're right. He didn't tolerate. I mean, he didn't tolerate a losing streak. He was not going to tolerate that. Let him know right away. This is not acceptable. This is not why we're here. And get him focused back on playing the game the right way.
You would agree that he is an old school manager?
Oh, absolutely.
Or would you say that he has taken on some of the new school stuff in today's game? As Ortiz lifts it down the left field line, on the move is Guillen by the seats, but it's back into the crowd.
I would say that he is an old school manager who communicates very well with today's players. That's the category I'd put him in. I think that, you know, Jimmy Leyland, he knows baseball, and he doesn't need all the printouts and all that stuff. I'm sure he does use them, but the fact is he also knows how to motivate people.
And that seems to be the most important thing of all. A count of 2-2 to David Ortiz. Lugo at first, and Ortiz sends a fly ball to center. Granderson has it sized up as he handles out number 2. So 2 down, Lugo at first base, and Manny Ramirez coming up. He's shaking his head, just can't figure Robertson out. He's 1 for 15 in his career now against Robertson.
Well, he actually had a pretty good swing at him there on a breaking ball, but the ball hit right at Granderson in center field.
So 2 down. Manny Ramirez hitting at .250, 6 homers and 23 runs batted in. Felt a twinge in the hamstring yesterday and came out of the game, but all right and back in there today. Terry Francona saying that he's here at 10 a.m. this morning to kind of test it out and see how it was. And we saw him throwing out on the field today around 2 o'clock to make sure that he's all right. And Manny's fine and in there tonight.
Manny gets here every morning at home games. He works out upstairs in the gym the Red Sox have. He goes back home and then back to the park early in the afternoon to work on his baseball skills.
So 2-0 the count to Manny. And he was 0 for 3 yesterday, and his 11-game hitting streak came to an end before he left the game. Sitting at 386 over the 11-game streak. Framed by Rodriguez, and it's a strike. 2-1. J.G. Drew waits on deck with 2 outs in the Boston first. And he hitting at .353 with 4 homers off left-handed pitchers so far. He has 4 of the 6 home runs Manny has off left-handed pitchers. Three and 1 now to Manny.
What a spectacular night here at Fenway. Comfortable conditions, just about no wind at all. A little bit different over the last couple of days where the wind was howling around this place.
Very comfortable conditions tonight. Three and 1 to Manny Ramirez. There goes Lugo at first as Manny takes ball 4. No, he doesn't. Into second base. And the stolen base goes Lugo. Which was a strike to Manny, and Perez thought they had him.
Now, the other thing, too, I mean, if you watch Manny, it could have been interference on him. Jimmy Leland's going to go to second base to argue the call there, but watch Ramirez cross over home plate right there, and then Pudge Rodriguez has to throw on top of him. Ooh. Oh, he's out. He's out. I mean, he comes up short with the slide. It's missed originally, then he's tagged before he steps on the bag. right there.
Wow.
So that is a missed call by Jerry Meals at second base. He just got stuck in the dirt, the pop-up slide. Now here comes the tag on the leg before the foot gets back on the bat. And I think Lugo can't believe it.
Well, Manny thought he had ball forward, so he took that first step towards first base and very much became in the way.
You could have had two arguments on that play.
Yeah, very easily. It should have been interference. So full count. Lugo at second base. Red Sox trying to take advantage of a break as Manning strikes out. Again thinking he had ball four, and words for Rob Drake. We are scoreless after one.
First game. Congratulations, you're on NESN.
Scoreless on NESN as we head to the top half of the second inning.
They always say leave a place before the lights come on anyway, so right, you might as well have the lights out.
Carlos Guillen at 323, 3 homers, 26 runs batted in. Guillen, Ivan Rodriguez, and Sean Casey to face Daisuke in the second inning. In center field, Coco Crisp started back, now comes on to make the catch for the first out. Let's check in for the first time tonight with Tina Cervasio.
Daisuke Matsuzaka made major strides between his last 2 starts, and after a dominating victory in Toronto last time out, the manager says the biggest difference he saw was the way Matsuzaka was executing his pitches with less effort.
And it's mostly a feel, trusting your stuff. He was trying to force pitches to areas, and that's not the way to be successful. I think it's human nature when you're having a tough time, but for him to have confidence, to stay back, stay gathered, and drive the ball to where he's doing it without a lot of effort, and that's exactly what he did last night.
And Francona still thinks Matsuzaka is still trying to maintain the touch and feel of the baseball as the game progresses, and the manager does expect to see Matsuzaka carry his strengths from his last start, not just into tonight's game, but through the entire rest of the season. Don?
Jerry, do you think there is a comfort feel for him right now as each start goes by? I mean, we talked a lot about getting through all the firsts, and the first time he faced the Yankees, first time at Yankee Stadium. Is there a comfort level? Is he going to settle in at any point?
Oh, I think so. I think he has settled in. But the other thing too is when he sees these new teams, like for example tonight, seeing the Tigers for the first time. I mean, that's not the norm. You have really no background experience to get against these guys except the scouting report. And until you face them yourself, and with the stuff that you take into the ball game, then you get a better idea. I think the real comfort sets in when he starts to see the whole league, and then gets a good read on all the hitters in the league. Good curveball that time from Daisuke.
Ivan Rodriguez lining it foul and hangs it 1-2. The Tigers catcher 238. With 3 homers and 15 runs batted in.
Don, getting back to Matsuzaka, nothing about this year is going to be comfortable, I would say, for him. Because everything's new.
Back at him, off the glove, kicks out to Lugo fairly quickly. Lugo able to throw out Rodriguez. That'll go 1-6-3 for out number 2.
Plus Matsuzaka, an excellent fielding pitcher. Gold Gloves back in Japan. That ball just tipped right off the top of the glove. I think he was stunned he didn't make the play on it. And fortunately, it goes right to Julio Lugo at shortstop. Rodriguez hustling down that line, but Lugo throws him out by just a little bit.
Well, we've seen some nice play by Matsuzaka. He's had 9 chances so far this year and has been up to the task each time. No errors. And has started 2 double plays on the season. In fact, maybe the biggest was that very first outing against the Kansas City Royals, in which he's kind of scuffling out of the gate and a little bit of nervousness in that first inning, but a huge double play. Sean Casey stands in, the big first baseman for the Tigers. He's hit a .321 over the last 17 games. The average for Casey just a .236, but he is coming around offensively lately. And while the Tigers had a tough night last night against the Twins, it was a pretty good game for Casey, who had a couple of hits, 2 for 4 showing. And as you see, his May has been tremendous.
See, that's the pitch there, in my opinion, that Daisuke has not got yet this season. That's his changeup. He's tried back-to-back changeups. Both have ended up about in the same area, up and away from Casey. I don't think that pitch has been consistently good for him at any point this season. And he'll get it.
To third base, Mike Lowell to his left, throws him out in a 10-pitch 1-2-3 second inning. Through an inning and a half, no score from the Fens. Last half of the second inning, Red Sox and Tigers are scoreless, both teams with a hit, as J.D. Drew leads it off for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the second. Drew, Lowell, and Varitek to face Nate Robertson. Robertson will the stretch as a swing and a miss here for Drew. Robertson so far this season coming in at 3-2 with a 3.43 earned run average, making his 8th start. This past offseason agreeing to a new deal with the Tigers as he misses outside to J.D. Drew and a full count now. Actually had Tommy John surgery while he was at college at Wichita State back in 1997. So got that Tommy John surgery right out of the way before he became a pro. As he strikes out J.D. Drew to begin things here in the second inning.
Yeah, both strikeouts on the slider from Robertson. I think that's his best pitch. He got Manny to end the first, and now he gets J.D. Drew on the slider to start the second.
So one down, and it brings up Mike Lowell, well rested after having yesterday off. 313, 7 homers and 30 runs batted in. He's 3 for 6 in the series against the Orioles and riding a 5-game hitting streak coming into tonight's action. Lowell hitting at 313 against lefties and identically 313 against right-handers. Chops it softly down the third baseline. Inge barehanded, and the throw off the mark and off the glove of Casey. Over to the Red Sox dugout. Lowell at first base. Nice play by Inge. The throw not on the mark, and Lowell reaches.
Interesting scoring decision here. Not a normal play coming in for Inge, having to make the play on the bare hand. But if the throw's on time, he does have Lowell. It goes as a base hit for Mike Lowell, so that extends his streak now to 6 games. And of course, with that screen in front of the dugout, that stops it from rolling in, so Lowell has to stay at first base.
A lot of errors for the former Tigers catcher Brandon Inge, who's been made into a third baseman. Not an error this time, an infield hit, but the numbers are tough for him error-wise over the years. Here's Varitek. Jason starting the night at 272 with 3 homers and 16 runs batted in. He's hit at 375 over the last 9 games. Down 0-2.
Varitek with a couple of hits off Robertson. One of those a home run. 2 for 6 in his career.
In by Rodriguez, and it's 1-2 now to Varitek. Jason hitting at 357 against left-handed pitchers, and 2 of the 3 home runs that he has this season against lefties. Hops it up. Back at first. Casey into foul ground. Still drifting by the tarp and runs out of room and into the tarp pretty hard.
Yeah, without the top there, he may have a chance at it. But, of course, that's going to take up about another 6 feet. He can't reach over the top and make the catch that's heading in the stands. You're right, Don. He hit that pretty hard.
He really never looked down, never took his eye off the ball. Off the outside edge, and it's now 2-2. On the ground, Yen has it off the glove, flips to second, not in time. What could have been a double play ball is not, and everybody's safe.
Now this will be another interesting call. I mean, nothing's been clean here. He had to go to his left and almost dive for the ball. And it just bounces off the heel of the glove. And by the time he flips it to Nefi Perez at second base, Lowell beats it. And that also goes as a base hit.
So a couple of infield hits for the Red Sox here with one down in the second inning. And Coco Crisp with a chance. Red Sox left a runner in scoring position in the first inning. Lugo left there as Ramirez struck out to end the inning. Crisp at 221 with no homers and 9 runs batted in. No chance here for Guillen to second for one on to first. The double play this time turned by the Tigers. Through 2 from Fenway, no score.
Well, last time Daisuke pitched, we had our headbands on, Don, and he's out there again tonight. He had a great outing, so why not go again, right?
Hoping for some luck. Actually, you know, offensively, we started wearing them in Toronto. Things started turning around.
That's right.
So it's pretty good. Mine's never straight, though. It just doesn't work for me, really. I don't know what it is. Is it because my head's big?
I think it looks very nice.
It's just somewhere in the middle. Of course, there's more space to fill. One of the issues.
Of course, these are available where else but the RemReport.com, along with other Daisuke products. And I got some new shirts out, Don, you're going to love.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
Everybody should have one. Zaka-san.
Zaka-san.
Yeah, but if you're a member of Rem Dog Nation, no matter where you live, now you get your own personal shirt for that state. We had an order today from California.
So wait a minute. You get the shirt, it's got your state on it?
Rem Dog Nation, and it's got the state that you're from. So like you would be Rhode Island.
Yeah.
So you're a member, so you should purchase one of those Rhode Island shirts.
I'll have to do that tomorrow.
Kind of specializing things.
Is there a computer in the booth now? I could order online right now. Ball and 2 strikes.
Maybe I should get a specially made one for you.
I think there's got to be a bigger size for guys that have a little bit more forehead than others. You know? I mean, you should have a couple of different sizes. I don't think it's one size fits all. I mean, that's clear, I think, from this.
I don't know. Like, I tried one on Billy Titus, and it fit him.
And that's a big dome. I think Billy would need a larger size. Look at that head. Wow. Can't even see it all. There's much more below the bar there. There we go. Nefi Perez pops it up. The shortstop Julio Lugo back a step or 2. Makes the catch for the first out.
FW Webb is proud to be the official supplier of plumbing, heating, and cooling supplies for the Boston Red Sox. To learn more about how FW Webb can help you, contact your local professional contractor or visit fwweb.com. FW Webb, we've got it.
So 1 down, and it brings up Brandon Inge.
I see if the Nesson store was smart right now for a hot item with the bobbleheads. They put the Zaka-san things around.
Add that to it. Why don't we just put Daisuke on the bobble desk with us?
Because then we'd have to split it 3 ways.
Oh, we don't want to do that. That's a really bad idea.
You really have to think before you
forget that.
Throw that stuff out there.
Really stupid.
Because the majority of that goes to charity.
That's right.
And that is the truth.
Yep. Brandon Inge with 1 out, and the base is empty. Fouled off to the right, and it's 1-2. Inge has been hot over the last 13 games, hitting at .378. Swing and a miss. And strikes out, third strikeout for Daisuke.
Well, you know, last time out, Don, I thought that Daisuke's breaking ball, and in particular his curveball, was much better than we've seen it. And he's continuing that trend tonight. Got a strikeout on a cut fastball, a fastball, and that breaking ball there.
8 in a row retired by Matsuzaka. 2 down in the third for Curtis Granderson, who the only Tiger to reach so far tonight. He singled. One and one to Granderson. Matsuzaka last time out at Toronto, a 7-inning effort. And the run he gave up was the home run by Lyle Overbay in the 6th inning. It was a solo shot. Struck out 8. Walked a total of 3 in that 7-inning effort. Score was 8-1 when he left the game. Red Sox ended up winning 9-3. To right field and deep. J.D. Drew headed back, looking up, and that is gone. Up over the Tigers bullpen and into the bleachers. Curtis Granderson hits his 7th home run of the year and puts Detroit on top 1-0.
That's one thing he can do. You know, we talk about the low amount of walks and high total of strikeouts, but he's got some pop. There was 7 on the season for Granderson, and this fastball's down in the zone. It's a fastball low to Granderson, but he's a very good low ball hitter. That slight uppercut swing, and he drives that a long way.
Jerry, he now has 24 extra base hits, which places him just 1 behind Magglio Ordonez, who is the league leader in that category. So a leadoff guy with some very good power numbers and 24 extra base hits.
For Matsuzaka, the 4th home run allowed this season.
Oh, with a swing and a miss. And it's down 0-2. Roll foul down the third baseline. Roll will make sure as Granderson will have to come on back. Well, Daisuke Matsuzaka has received the 6th most run support in the American League, 6.60 per game. Works out to 33 runs in 45 innings pitched. However, in his 2 losses, has allowed just 5 combined runs in 13 innings, with the Red Sox only managing 1 run in each of those 2 games. So if we give Daisuke some runs, he's generally going to take care of business. So far, the Red Sox have been held off the board tonight by Robertson. In center field, Coco Crisp on the liner makes the catch at ends the inning. Home run for Curtis Granderson as the Tigers on top 1-0. Dustin Pedroia leads it off as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, with the Tigers now on top 1-0 thanks to Curtis Granderson's solo home run. Royo 0 for 6 in his last 2 games after having a 5-game hitting streak come to an end. He starts tonight hitting .247. Red Sox rookie second baseman with a home run and 7 runs batted in. Dustin so far 4 for 20 against left-handed pitching, and his lone home run coming off a right-hander. And Carlos Guillen at shortstop. And there's 1 away in the last half of the 3rd inning. We mentioned the NessonStore.com for your bobble desk needs. As you missed last inning, as Julio Lugo single to center field, first time up. 1 of 3 Boston hits, 2 of which have been infield hits. Outside for a strike, and it's 1-1. Did you catch the Sopranos last night?
Yes, I did. Very interesting episode.
Shocking news. I think I'm going to spend some time in Vegas real soon.
Tony needs a spot to get away.
2-1 to Julio Lugo. Robinson falling behind. It has not been perfect so far for Robinson. The Red Sox have had base runners in every inning. They have left 2 on through the first 2. Strike and a full count. On deck is Youkilis. Red Sox trailing by a run as they bat here in the 3rd. The center field. Granderson got a good jump, dives forward and makes the catch. Curtis Granderson doing it all tonight. First the home run, and now the head first diving grab in center.
Sinking line drive that looked like it was going to drop, but completely outstretches Granderson, catches it, closes the glove up, and when it hits the grass, he's able to keep it in the glove. And I'll tell you what, this is a small center field compared to what he's used to at Comerica Park, where he's got a load of room to roam around out there.
It's like Yellowstone Park.
Wow.
Usually see a lot of triples at Comerica Park.
The Tigers, as usual, #1 in the league in triples to this point.
Red Sox will be there the final 3 games before the All-Star break, July 6th through the 8th at Comerica Park. The only time the Red Sox will be going to Detroit this season, and just the 2 series, 1 here at Fenway, 1 at Comerica, and that's it. 7 games with the Tigers this season. Youkilis down the left field line. A fair ball to the wall and a hop. Monroe digs it out. Youkilis to second base with a stand-up double.
8 straight games now for Kevin Youkilis. It looked like it might have been a changeup this time away. And Youkilis a little bit toward the end of the bat. He hooks it down that left field line. Monroe's got a good arm, but the throw's going to be a little bit off target. And Youkilis in the second base with 2 outs in scoring position.
Here's Big Papi, the shift on for the Tigers. He fly to center first time up. To left center. Granderson won't get there. Youkilis coming around. We're tied at 1.
You know, David hit the ball well the first time up against Robertson, a guy he's had trouble with. This time he gets the fastball and slices it to the right of Curtis Granderson in center field. So with 2 outs, the double by Youkilis, the single by Ortiz. Number 33 as far as RBI go for David Ortiz.
Well, Manny had a frustrating first at bat in which he struck out looking in the first inning. Drives it deep and foul down the right field line, backing out of play. Tigers get a run in the top half of the third. Red Sox have answered in the bottom of the third. Fouled off to the right. 2 down here in the last half of the third. Manny down 0-2. Popped up from third comes Inge. Makes the catch. It ends the inning. The Red Sox get a run on the single by Ortiz. We're tied at 1. Into the fourth. Sheffield with a high fly ball to left. Ramirez backpedaling to the dirt of the track for the first out of the inning. Let's go to Tina Savasio. Tina.
Terry Francona was a teammate of Gary Sheffield in Milwaukee many moons ago, and he had the same blazing swing then as he does now. Francona actually thinks that Sheffield's bat speed has gotten faster over the years.
Well, it's ferocious, but he doesn't miss a lot. You got to take the sting out of the bat. You got to throw the ball in, not let him get those arms extended. But he's, he swings hard, and hopefully it won't be this series where he's put the ball in play.
I asked Terry if he thought that Sheffield had the fastest bat in the league right now, and he says he's not out there timing it, but you know what? It's probably one of the fastest.
Well, he is incredibly tough to strike out. Jerry, would you classify that as a violent swing from Gary Sheffield?
Yeah, it's and powerful too. You know, this guy has been a great player for a long time, and so unusual the way he wraps that bat. You know, it's a trigger point for him to relax and stay back, and that one just a little bit toward the end of the bat for the fly ball to left field. He's just a threat every time he comes to the plate.
On the ground by the mound, Lugo. 2 down. Little reach there for Youkilis, but he kept the toe on the bag. 2 away. A home run for Curtis Granderson in the third inning off Daisuke Matsuzaka. Solo shot for the Tigers run. The Red Sox answer in the bottom of the third. As Ortiz singles with Youkilis at second base, scoring Youkilis. It's a 1-1 game here into the fourth with 2 away. And Carlos Guillen batting. Guillen, who battled some pretty serious leg problems for a few years, healthy this season. Flied out to center field, first time up. Guillen now 31 years old and spent 6 seasons with the Seattle Mariners before coming to the Tigers. Now in his 4th year here with Detroit. Swing and a miss, and a pitch down and in. He's a good hitter. He hit .318 in 2004, .320 last year, and .320 in 2005. Right around that same spot the last 3 seasons, and hitting at .323 heading into tonight's action. So consistent.
And you don't hear that much about him, do you?
No, you don't.
Plus, he got a lot of publicity last year in the postseason, but for a big part, he's been under the radar screen, putting up great numbers.
Last year had a total of 19 homers and 85 runs batted in. It was not his career high. His career high 20 homers, 97 RBIs back in 2004 in his first year in Detroit. Look at his postseason numbers, which were very good. Into center field. And a 2-out single for Carlos Guillen. So a 2-out base hit for Carlos Guillen. And it brings up Ivan Rodriguez. He grounded back to the mound sharply. It kicked off Matsuzaka's glove and out to Lugo. He was able to throw Rodriguez out at first base. Rodriguez now 35 years old. Late swing, fouling it to the right, 0-2. This is his 4th season now with the Tigers. All those seasons with the Texas Rangers from 91 through 2002. Just the one season with the Florida Marlins. The world champion Florida Marlins. And look at his long career, over 2,000 games. To the backstop, still 0-2. Power numbers certainly down over the last few years. Had a couple of big years. A total of 35 home runs back in '99 with Texas. Last year held to 13 home runs on the season. On deck is Sean Casey with 2 outs and Guillen at first base. Hot shot by Lugo into center field. Guillen up to second base. And it's first and second now with 2 down.
Well, the action in this game has been with 2 outs. It was the Granderson home run with 2 outs. And then, of course, David Ortiz with a 2-out base hit. Now with 2 outs, back-to-back hits. That ball hit very hard by Rodriguez on a cut fastball by Lugo. Breaks up an 0 for 12 for Pudge Rodriguez.
Well, first and second, 2 down for Sean Casey. Grounded out to third base first time up. Casey coming over at the trade deadline of last year. Coming from the Pittsburgh Pirates. July 31st of last season. Right side, it's Youkilis. He'll flip to Daisuke for the out. The Tigers strand a pair, done with 3.5, tied at 1. A 1-1 game into the bottom of the 4th inning. J.D. Drew, Mike Lowell, and Jason Varitek. On the first base line, Casey was guarding the line and handles out number 1. So 1 down, and it brings up Mike Lowell. We got 2 of the American League's best going head-to-head tonight. And both teams having very good Mays so far. Tigers are 9-2 in the month of May. The Red Sox are 9-3. And going head-to-head for the first time this season. And so far as batting averages go, the Tigers number 1 in the major leagues at .318 batting average in the month of May. Number 2, the Red Sox at .308. As Ivan Rodriguez wants to talk to Robertson.
Looking up at that scoreboard, and Baltimore has a 3-0 lead over Toronto in the 3rd. I think Sam Palazzo is probably happy he wasn't going home after that game yesterday and up to Toronto.
Yeah, we questioned it at the time, certainly, and I'm sure Orioles fans have been questioning it all day in Baltimore.
Like I said, the pregame show tonight with TC and Dave McCarty, I think we were stunned that he came out of the game, first of all. I mean, 2 more pitches, he might be all done.
dealt all day.
On the other hand, if your bullpen can't hold run a 4-run lead, you're not a very good team.
Talking to a lot of the Red Sox players today, it seemed like it was kind of exhaling all of a sudden. Now you feel like you've got a real chance.
Yeah.
Somebody else who's been facing this guy has been killing us all day, and now he's gone.
I mean, you're facing a guy that is, you ground out after ground out. I mean, not a lot of pitches. It was like one of those frustrating days, and, you're making contact, but you're not getting any base hits. And all of a sudden, you leave the game and you go, well, let's see what happens here, And, boy, did it ever happen yesterday, and happen quick.
There are mixed stories out of Baltimore today. One report having Sam Palazzo telling the media yesterday that if I end up giving somebody on base in that inning, then take me out. Guthrie telling him that, but after the game it was much different. It was, he had only thrown 60 some odd pitches last time. He's not pitched past the 6th inning, yada, yada, yada. And Sam's reaction to the entire thing going down. This one by the mound, Perez throws out Lowell, and there's 2 down.
Well, I'm having a hard time believing that a pitcher like Guthrie, who has not made a lot of major league starts, is going to go up to Palazzo and Mazzoni and say, "Look, guys,
this is what I want.
This is what I'm going to do. If one guy gets on base, get me out." I'm not buying it.
No, I'm not either. Nor am I buying that he should have come out of that game. As Veritek will bat with 2 down. Because you're right, he is virtually 2 or 3 pitches away from ending it, even with the error.
I guess the best way to say it is everybody was on spin control and I got it all messed up.
Somewhere it unspun. Popped up foul to the right.
Plus, it's not like one of those days where, he had 10 strikeouts and he's throwing a lot of pitches. I mean, he had a lot of ground ball outs and pop-ups, and it was, kind of a rocking chair outing for him, really.
We showed it a bunch of times. The longest inning he had was the 14-pitch inning. Well, it's those type of games, though, that you always think you're in it, and you always have a chance. It seems like teams that are successful have those types of games early in the season. And the Red Sox type game like that came on May 13th.
I said tonight in the open, it doesn't mean you're going to win tonight. But what it does mean is as a unit, somewhere along the line it's going to happen again this season because you've already proven you can do it.
Now on the other side, I'd like to be the Orioles. I mean, you got a world of problems.
You got to have a short memory.
This was fouled outside of third. I mean, do you feel very confident in their closer right now, Chris Ray?
Well, the 2 times that we've seen it, well, actually 3 times, and once he was very good. The time in Baltimore, not so good, and yesterday, if he catches the ball, he wins the game.
Right. One and 2 to Veritek. Base is empty, 2 down. Jolted foul. Red Sox with 5 hits. Now Nate Robertson tonight, who's up to 71 pitches as he works with 2 outs in the 4th inning. He's trying to have his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. Red Sox have left 3 men on through the first 3 innings. Protecting the plate and lunging that time, Veritek.
He's fouled off some pretty good pitches here. That was a very good changeup from Robertson. Too close to take, and Veritek goes out and just fouls it off. Veritek has been swinging better from the left side recently, but still a .357 hitter coming into the game from the right side of the plate. You can add to that with a base hit back in the 2nd inning.
This This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat for Jason Varitek. Two and two. Line down the right field line, a fair ball. Varitek thinking 2 out of the gate, as trouble with it is Ordonez, and easily into second base with a 2-out double goes Varitek.
Now that pitch might have been 6 inches off the outside part of the plate. Varitek just covers the plate, contact, line drive, and another 2-out hit. I mean, that's even farther away than that changeup that he fouled off. So a lot of things happening, a lot of hits with 2 outs and innings in this ball game.
Varitek's 2 for 2 and in scoring position with 2 down here in the 4th. It's Coco with a swing and a miss. Crisp grounding into a double play first time up.
What do we have? A B. You have a B in the booth?
We have a B issue. Slight situation. The 2-1. He's outside 3-1.
Sure, our crack crew will be on this very shortly. Where is the B?
Well, Michaela upset the B. She tried to kill it, and now all she did was upset him. He's somewhere loose underneath here now.
There might be a nest under there, a bee's nest.
Right. Nice job.
We have plenty of help up top that I'm sure will hunt the bee down.
Yeah. And the right field line off the bat of Crisp, and it's full count. My past experience with bees is that you don't want to upset them.
They seem to become agitated.
Yeah. And vengeful.
Where is the bee now?
I don't know. That's what's scaring me.
Nobody knows?
I don't know.
Oh, I got it.
You've been waiting a long time to do that. Crisp down the left field line this time. And back into the seats. Really good lengthy at bat for a Red Sox hitter against Robertson. That pitch count mounting.
You're not allergic to bees, are you?
I don't think so, no.
No?
It's a tough time to find out.
Yeah. If you blow up like a balloon, have to send you to the hospital.
Foul off to the right, still 3-2. Full count to Crisp. 8th pitch of the at bat for Coco Crisp. Chops it foul over by the Tigers dugout. The last 2 batters are wearing out Robertson on foul balls. It's been 7, 10, and 9. The pitches thrown to Lowell, Varitek, and now Crisp. To center field. Granderson with a late break. Won't get there. Around comes Varitek. Here comes the throw. He is in without a slide, and it's 2-1 Red Sox.
Looked like Granderson slipped a little bit in the outfield. There was some type of hesitation, and once that happened, he could not get to the fly ball. There's Granderson up here. Now let's see. If he stumbles, he starts to go back, and then when he starts to come in, it's too late. So he didn't get a real good read off the ball on contact. And Veritek looked like he wanted to slide, then stopped. That's very dangerous there also.
Somewhere in between.
Good battle there done by Coco Chris, as you mentioned, fouling off a lot of pitches and ended up with a base hit.
9-pitch at bat before he was able to get that base hit.
7 steals for Coco, been caught 1 time.
Pedroia grounded to short first time up, getting his second look at Nate Robertson. Having to work pretty hard here in the 4th inning with 2 outs. Got the 2 outs quick enough. Drew and Lowell. A strike to Pedroia, and it's 1-1. Rodriguez popped up like he was going to fire to first in a snap throw, but in and out of the hand.
It's one thing you learn as a base runner when Rodriguez is behind the plate. He loves to throw to bases, so in your secondary lead, you got to make sure once that ball gets by the hitter, you get back quickly.
Robertson behind now, 3-1 to the number 9 man, Dustin Pedroia. Red Sox have taken the lead on top 2-1 with a run here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Back past the mound, up the middle, diving is Perez to kick it out to center field, and on is Pedroia.
Nice effort by Nefi Perez, but by knocking it down, no play at all at second base, and certainly not at first base. Pedroia with the 3-1 count gets the fastball and drives it up the middle.
Hernandez coming out to the mound. "18-minute wait so far for Daisuke Matsuzaka as the Red Sox have taken the lead and looking for more here. Some lengthy at bats. Runners at first and second, 2 down. And it's back up to the top of the Red Sox order, Julio Lugo. Red Sox doing their damage tonight with 2 outs in innings. And with 2 outs, the Red Sox have both of their runs and 5 hits. "35th pitch of the inning. And it's a strike to Lugo. It's 0-2. It's 90 pitches in the outing now for the Tigers starter. Season high is 107 pitches, the outing before last. In a victory against the Baltimore Orioles, which went 6 2/3, 107 pitches. So he is up there in the 4th inning. Lugo's down 0-2. He's now worked it full. Runners will be off with the pitch. Lamont on the phone. 3-2. One hop to the second baseman, Perez, who throws out Lugo, and the Red Sox strand a pair. They do get the go-ahead run. 2-1 Red Sox at the end of 4. Hanging out at the park with Dad as the Red Sox have a 2-1 lead now. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. Daisuke's had a long wait. He's thrown 61 pitches. Gave up a solo home run to Curtis Granderson in the 3rd inning. After 21 minutes, he throws his first pitch. And Perez popped out to short first time up. Falls behind him now. 2-0. Perez starts the night hitting at .256. Well, had a great deal of time. Osito Polanco, the 92nd baseman for the Tigers, pitch in there for a strike. Brandon in, John Deck. Tigers batting here in the top of the 5th. Right side and diving is Pedroia. Gets up, throws him out. Nice play by Pedroia.
Well, Pedroia's been diving all over the place for ground balls over the last couple of series. This time going to his left. Gets to his feet, makes the good accurate throw to first base to Kevin Youkilis to get the out on a very speedy Nefi Perez.
One down for Brandon Inge, who struck out swinging in the 3rd inning. Brandon Inge, 29 years old, from Lynchburg, Virginia. Now in his 7th season with the Tigers. Lowell to his left. And there's 2 down. Low throw, but picked by Youkilis.
Each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park, Hood donates $1,500 to children's hospitals throughout New England. It's another reason to root for the Red Sox and another reason to feel good about Hood.
So 2 quick outs for Daisuke here in the top half of the 5th inning. Brings up his only blemish of the game, Curtis Granderson, who was 2 for 2, a single in the 1st inning and the long home run to right in the 3rd inning. The shot that got up over the Tigers bullpen and into the first couple of rows of the bleachers. Anderson last year, he hit 19 home runs. It was a career high for him. The year before, he hit 8. And so far this season, with a home run back in the 3rd, now 7 on the season. The 0-2 pitch. Just up top, 1-2.
Don, last year Detroit had a week off between clinching and then going to the World Series, and I thought that hurt them.
Yeah, it's a long time.
They run a tremendous role, and a week in baseball at that stage of the season is a long, long time to have off.
The first base, it's picked by Youkilis. He'll need help. Daisuke is there. It's a 1-2-3 5th. Halfway through this one, it's 2-1 Red Sox. Youkilis leading it off in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ortiz, then Ramirez. Red Sox trying to add on to a 1-run advantage. A 39-pitch 4th inning for Nate Robertson, and has really cut into his pitch count on the night. And nearing 100 as he works here in the 5th. Fly ball to right. Maglio or Ordonez. 1 down.
You think about that post-game show yesterday too. What a perfect day to have it, because everybody was all fired up leaving the ballpark.
Yeah.
After that comeback.
That was as fired up as you see a lot of fans so far this season. It's been a while. Even Fenway had that much jubilation going on outside right after the game. This guy has provided some of that jubilation over the last few years. There have been so many walk-offs for Big Papi. And yesterday, a real collective effort by so many to get that done. They were so far down. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. And 2 outs and runners in scoring position. The Red Sox at 294. Only the Athletics with a better team batting average. Tonight the Red Sox, both runs coming with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Ortiz with one of those RBIs, a single in the 3rd that knocked in Youkilis with the Red Sox first run. Coco Crisp driving in the other. On the first baseline, a foul ball. We'll see Tim Wakefield here tomorrow night against Justin Verlander in the 2nd game of the series. Wakefield with that 1.79 earned run average. And that's good for the top spot in the American League. The deep left field for Ortiz. It is up. It is off the top of the wall. And into second base with a stand-up double goes Big Papi.
Well, for a guy that he's had trouble against in his career, we mentioned coming in 1 for 14. That's 3 times tonight he's hit the ball hard off Nate Robertson. First time was for an out to center field. This time off that left field wall for the double. So doubles of this game for Youkilis, for Ortiz, and also for Jason Varitek.
15 doubles, good for 3rd in the American League. The only guy that Ortiz has had more trouble with than Nate Robertson is Ricardo Rincon of the Minnesota Twins. He is 1 for 17 against Rincon. Down the line, over the bag, it's fair. Kicks off the box. Is Big Papi going to try and score? No throw from Monroe. A 3-1 Red Sox lead. Robertson and the Tigers think it was a foul ball.
Now that combination, Ortiz-Ramirez, starting to click. And he picks up his 24th RBI right over that 3rd base bag. And Marlo Hale waving David Ortiz home as that ball bounces off the wall, and no throw by Craig Monroe. I thought he was going to take at least a shot at Big Papi at home. By the time he picks it up, David's only about 3 steps around 3rd base, but he elects not to throw home.
Oh, the swing and a miss. Is that aggressive on DeMarlo Hale's part with only 1 out?
No, with 1 out, you take that chance. Certainly you would with 2 outs, but even with 1 out, nobody out, you probably put the brakes on and hold them right there. You got a chance for a big inning.
Foul off to the left, and it's 0-2 to J.D. Drew. Left-hander Tim Burdick is up in the pen.
Now they just called him up today from Toledo. They sent last night's starting pitcher back to the minor leagues.
He's appeared with the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. We last saw him with the Orioles in 2005 and 2006 in the Orioles pen. Drew with a swing and a miss, strikes out. 3rd strikeout for Robertson. 2nd time that J.D. Drew has struck out on the night.
Fastball by J.D. Drew. He got him on a breaking ball, a slider back in the second inning.
Two down for Mike Lowell. Reached on an infield hit in the second and grounded out to second base in the fourth. Robertson has received over 5 runs a game per 9 innings in 7 starts. It's his 17th highest in the American League, but tonight he's only got a run so far from the offensive support side.
And in his last inning, too, over 100 pitches, 108 right now. The breeze starting to pick up, and it's starting to pick up out toward the left field wall.
Opposite field, drops in for a hit. And he stops at second as Ordonez collects it in right. And Mike Lowell is 2 for 3 tonight.
So that's why Mike Lowell doesn't strike out very much. Only 9 times this year. He'll take the base hit the other way. That ball away, probably off the outside edge, but still Lowell. Took some funny swings the other way tonight. That one by Lowell, the one by Veritek last inning. On both pitches, probably not strikes, but end up in base hits.
Robertson, who so far has only given up 3 runs, has scattered 11 hits. Everybody in the Red Sox order has at least one, with the exception of J.D. Drew.
Here's Jason Veritek swing on a ball that was outside, reaching out and punching it down that right field line for a double. And of course Lowell just going the other way.
And 110. Check with 2 hits tonight, a single in the second, a double in the fourth. To third base, the hop, and the August hits foul ball. Now the indication, and back to second goes Ramirez.
Like Dreckman, the third base umpire, made that call once it got by the bag. Been a couple of close ones down that line this inning. Manny's ground ball.
And another chance now for Veritek. Red Sox have added a run here in the bottom of the 5th so far, looking for more. Outside, 3-1. Coco Crisp waiting on deck with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Full count. This will be Nate Robertson's 60th pitch in the last 2 innings. To left center, Granderson is out there waiting. Makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox get a run, take a 3-1 lead into the 6th. First base umpire Gary Darling over to talk to Terry Francona.
And Jim Leland also out talking with Rod Drake, the home plate umpire.
And Van Slyke saying something to Terry. Van Slyke walking over to the Red Sox dugout. Vince Lake and Brad Mills continue to talk as now Vince Lake will walk away.
You got to make a phone call somewhere.
Couple of phone calls. Swing and a miss. I wonder if the Tigers are having communication problems with their bullpen. As Gary Tuck is going to head over and talk to some of the Tigers in their pen. And oftentimes, if one doesn't work, then you can't use the other one. But I don't know.
That's quite possible, Don. If the communication is not there between the visiting dugout and their bullpen, then of course it has to be eliminated for both sides.
Right.
That's just a guess. Now they go to the hand signals, which they have.
Full time.
Looks like Tuck might be telling him how to use the phone.
Push it in. To the backhand. Deep third. Long throw for Lowell. Gets it there in plenty of time to spare. Lowell's got good speed. He's out number one.
Once again, right down that third base line, but this time a nice big high bounce for Mike Lowell. And Matsuzaka likes to play from his third baseman and gets that lead man in the sixth inning.
Tigers have only had the lead runner on once tonight. That was back in the first inning. There's Sheffield's 0 for 2. He's popped to short, fly to left. Limited to 39 games due to the left wrist injury in his third and what turned out to be final season with the Yankees. Started off very well, hitting safely in 14 of 16 games and hit .341 in 22 games during April. Ended on the disabled list with a sprain of the left wrist and hand on May 6th. And ended up going to have surgery on his left wrist on June 13th. Good swing and a miss. Monster swing. Wow.
That's the swing that put him back on his heels on that slider from Daisuke.
He doesn't hurt himself in the swing alone. Lowell to his left, plants and throws. It's out number 2. He's been busy, 2 down. A lot of ground ball outs lately for Daisuke. In fact, that's 6 outs in a row, all via the ground.
And a lot of those coming on that cut fastball. After the big swing and miss, there's that cut fastball from Daisuke. Right on top of it is Gary Sheffield, and Lowell makes the play. So Lowell's been Daisuke's best friend in this inning.
Leo Ordonez struck out swinging in the first inning, grounded out to shortstop in the fourth. Ordonez now 33 years old, from Caracas, Venezuela. Of course, quite a few years with the Chicago White Sox, 97 through 2004. Late on the cut, and it's 1-2, 94 that time from Daisuke.
But he's topped out tonight a couple of times with his fastball at 94.
to right. Drew heading back, but that's going to get in. A fair ball and kick up into the seats with a ground rule double. A 2-out double at that for Maglio Ordonez.
And they tried back-to-back fastballs against Ordonez, but this time Ordonez with the contact. They go away from him. It's a little bit above the belt, and Ordonez to the opposite field for the 2-out double. So again, with 2 outs, a base runner.
Tigers had 2 of them with 2 outs in the 4th inning and could not score, with Sean Casey grounded out to end the inning. And trying to get something done with 2 down here in the 6th. Carlos Guillen 1 for 2 tonight, a single in the 4th inning. Tried to hold up, change his mind in the middle, but he went around. Outside, a ball and a strike. Well, the Red Sox likely have chased the starter for the Tigers out of the game after 5 innings of work. And a season high 115 pitches thrown by Nate Robertson. His career high is 120. It's Tim Burdick, who was warming up last inning and getting ready to come on for the bottom of the 6th inning. One and 2 now to Carlos Guillen, with Maglio Ordonez at second base and 2 down. He's still sitting in the Tigers dugout. Getting a lot of run support, hoping he can get some in this inning. He went. Tried to hold up, but he goes around and strikes out 4th K for Daisuke. It's a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Back at Fenway, where this game summary is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Well, the Tigers jumped on top in the 3rd inning as Curtis Granderson, leadoff hitter for the Tigers, took Daisuke deep. 7th home run for Curtis Granderson, and the Tigers were on top 1-0. The Red Sox would answer in the bottom of the 3rd inning. David Ortiz with 2 outs, able to score Kevin Youkilis with his single. Red Sox on top 2-1 when Manny Ramirez singles to left field. It scores David Ortiz. And the Red Sox take a 3-1 advantage that they currently have as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your local Ford store. Every journey begins with a bold move. Start your journey today by visiting your local Ford store. And the new pitcher is Tim Burdick.
Just called up today from AAA Toledo. Was 1-0 at Toledo. 25 strikeouts and 15 outings for the Mudheads. As Don mentioned, big league time with Kansas City and Baltimore. So the career major league totals, 105 games, the 1-5 record.
He was pitching in Toledo, and following last night's game, the Twins, this one to third base. Inge picks it and throws out Coco Crisp.
A split-fingered fastball from Daisuke to pick up the strikeout against Guillen. Now, we've not seen a lot of those from Daisuke, but the ones we have seen is strange. You know, they break in, it looks like, to left-handers. His changeup goes away. A lot of guys that throw splitters go down and away from left-handers. His seems to go in to left-handers and away from right-handers. One more look at the grip and release from Daisuke on that split-fingered fastball. You can see very clearly right there the split of the fingers. And the rotation brings it back down in almost like a breaking ball, almost like a slider.
Pedroia lifts it to short left center. Craig Monroe makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So Tim Burdack has the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and here comes Julio Lugo. 1 for 3 tonight, a single back in the 1st inning and a stolen base. Since then he is lined out to center and grounded out to second. As Robertson tonight, done after 5 innings, 11 hits, 3 runs. He didn't walk anybody, struck out 3, and ran into trouble in the pitch count. 39 pitches in the 4th inning. And was up to 115 through 5. So chase from the game after 5. Scatter 11 hits, but still a tight contest. The Red Sox on top by only 2. Mentioned that the Tigers lost last night 16-4 to the Twins. Virgil Vasquez had started that game and was sent down to Toledo after the ball game for Jim Leyland.
I was watching early in that ball game. I watched it for about an hour, and I did see the young pitcher out there for the first time, and he had to be incredibly nervous. I mean, it's ESPN Sunday Night Baseball on the road facing Minnesota.
Kind of a tough way to break in. Full count, 3-2 now to Julio Lugo. 2 outs, base is empty in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball 4. Let's check in with Tom Caron. TC. All right, Tom. Yeah, Braves playing some pretty good baseball again. They're atop the National League East by half a game over the Mets to begin the night. They're 24-13, and they'll be here this next weekend against the Red Sox as interleague play begins. Red Sox to see some of the Braves' best. John Smoltz and Tim Hudson scheduled to pitch Saturday and Sunday against Boston. Burdick got the first 2 outs, getting Crisp and Pedroia, but then he walks Lugo, who's now at first with 2 down.
If I'm not mistaken, Dodd, isn't it Texas going to Orlando to play the Tampa Bay Devil Rays?
I didn't know that.
I think so. I think they have a 3-game series in Orlando at the Walt Disney World coming up.
They running some sort of test in that area to see if baseball would work. There goes a runner at first, and Lugo and Youkilis got in the way. Interference and the out that will end the inning. Youkilis kind of moving into him, and he hit his arm on him. So the interference ends the inning. It's 3-1 Boston. Top half of the 7th inning. It's a 3-1 Red Sox lead. And leading it off is Ivan Rodriguez, then Sean Casey and Nefi Perez. Here in the 7th inning. Daisuke's at 90 pitches as he begins the inning. Rodriguez 1 for 2 tonight. Grounded out in the 2nd, single to center field in the 4th inning. One of the 5 hits allowed by Matsuzaka tonight. Rodriguez, named to the All-Star team last year for the 13th time in his career, was voted in by the fans. His 12th Gold Glove Award last season also. Broken bat, grounded by the mound, Pedroia. For the first out of the inning.
Back in the first inning, I thought they might have called interference on Manny when he crossed the plate. He thought it was ball 4, and you see Pudge Rodriguez has to throw right over his head. That seemed a little worse than the last one. Here's Kevin Youkilis, who actually loses his balance. He didn't fall completely over the plate, but they do call the interference right there.
Is it because Rodriguez made contact with Youkilis and did not make contact with Manning?
I'd say that the Pudge sold that pretty good. But to me, the one for Manny looked worse than that one.
Manny was more in the way. Manny thought he had ball 4 and was heading to first base. As the pitch to Sean Casey misses, ball and a strike to Casey, who's 0 for 2. Pedroia diving to the backhand from one knee, the throw in time. Nice play by Pedroia, 2 down.
Well, Pedroia has been diving all over the infield tonight. Once to his left, now to his right. He was actually moving to his left, so he had a lot of ground to cover there. And from one knee, throws out Casey at first base.
Two away in the 7th for Nefi Perez, who was popped out, grounded out. Perez from Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, got his start in the majors in Colorado with the Rockies back in 1996. He spent the most time in his major league career, a couple of years with the Royals, a couple of years with the Giants, and 3 seasons with the Cubs before coming to Detroit last year. He was acquired by the Tigers from the Cubs on August 20th. After Polanco went down with an injury. Lugo. A 10 pitch, 1, 2, 3, 3 ground ball out inning. 7th inning stretch, 3-1 Red Sox. 3-1 Red Sox on top as Boston comes to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. The big trio of Ortiz, Ramirez, and Drew expected against Tim Burdick, who's out there for his 2nd inning of relief. David has 2 hits in the game tonight after flying to center in the 1st. He's got an RBI single, and then he doubled and scored in the 5th. Burdick, the newest Detroit Tiger, joined the team today. They've been a mudhen this season, the Toledo Mudhens, the top farmhand for the Tigers.
Where did that nickname come from, Don? Do you have any idea? Mudhead?
I don't know. I've done a lot of games there, too.
Toledo, yeah.
Yeah, they had Ned Skelton Stadium, which was a stadium that was there for a very long time.
Red Skelton, the comedian? Name it after him?
I don't think so, no. It was Ned Skelton, not Red Skelton. Ned.
Oh, Ned Skelton.
Ned, yeah. It was like an old horse racing place they turned into a baseball field. Ortiz went around, says Bruce Dreckman. And it's 2-2. They have a brand new stadium now. It's much better. For a lot of years, boy, it was one of the worst locations in AAA, to be honest. I mean, you get sent down from Detroit and you feel like you're all the way back in A-ball. It was that bad.
Actually, once we bused from Detroit to Cleveland, didn't we? We went right through Toledo.
We did. Brought back some bad memories.
It's a curious nickname for a team, and it's been around a long time.
Of course, Jamie Farr made the Mud Hens classic in the series MASH. Always had the shirts from Toledo. He's, I guess, one of the most famous Toledoans ever.
Toledoans? Sure.
Toledonian? I don't know. Yeah. Ortiz to right. Ordonez settles underneath it and makes the catch.
Time now for the Panasonic Plasma replay so you can catch this again in crisp, rich, detail motion. And it's a strikeout on a split-fingered fastball from Daisuke as it tumbles down and in. To Carlos Guillen for the speed of sports. Actually, that was slowed down, but
speed can be slow. Manny Ramirez 1 for 3 as we look at Daisuke's line is at an even 100 pitches. Daisuke is yet to pitch into the 8th inning all season. He has topped out at 7 innings, done 4 times. And his highest pitch count of the season is 117. He did that at New York against the Yankees in a 6-inning effort, a game that he won. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 8th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. On the ground at shortstop. He picks it up. It's Guillen who fires across to get Ramirez. Adam Jupiter has done a little research on mud hens. It is a marsh bird with short wings and long legs, and you can find it in marshes. It's a mud hen.
it's a what?
Mud hen.
No, I know it's a mud hen, but what is it?
Marsh bird.
A marsh bird?
It lives in marshes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. It's got,
a marsh bird, yeah, like a duck.
Yeah. But he's got short wings and long legs. Short wings, long legs. So I'm guessing he really doesn't travel very far or fast.
Like if you got short wings,
right,
it's like you're stuck in the mud.
Right. But you got long legs, so you can move around.
Yeah, but you can't fly real good.
Good point.
Short wings.
You're a little out of whack.
If they could fly well, they'd go to Cleveland. They wouldn't stay in Toledo.
So they're stuck in Toledo. That's part of the problem.
They're in the mud. Stuck in the mud.
It's Bobby C. It is a left-hander.
So is that the only part of the country that has like those ducks with small wings and long legs?
That I don't know. Drew swings and misses and strikes out. It's a 1-2-3 7th and a 3-1 Red Sox lead. The Dunkin' Donuts musical montage as we head to the top half of the 8th. 3-1. Red Sox on top here in the 8th. Brandon Inge. As Daisuke up over 100 pitches now. There is action in the Red Sox pen. Hideki Okajima. One hopper, but right to Julio Lugo. One down. There's been a bunch on the ground tonight for Daisuke.
Daisuke's got a lot of outs tonight on his cut fastball or slider, whichever one it is. A lot of ground ball outs on that particular pitch. That was another one there for the ground out that was hit pretty hard to Lugo, but right at him.
They have 13 ground ball outs for Daisuke.
Good indication he's keeping the ball down.
Curtis Granderson, who has 2 hits off Daisuke. A single and a homer for Granderson, responsible for the only Tigers run. Waves at that pitch, and it's 0-2.
That's the splitter again, I believe, from Daisuke. Done this a couple of times to Granderson. He threw one to him earlier in this game back in the 5th inning that had a curveball rotation. It was a very strange pitch.
On the ground again. Youkilis will take it himself, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
This is back in the 5th inning. At first I thought it was a curveball from Daisuke. It's actually a split. You'll see the split of the fingers on the baseball, but watch the rotation on the ball. It almost spins the home plate like it's a curveball. Dropping down and in. And then, of course, he got him again with a split-fingered fastball.
Craig Monroe takes strike 1 from Daisuke. Monroe has struck out, lined out, grounded out. Daisuke has equaled the number of pitches he threw last time out, 108, in a 7-inning effort at Toronto as part of the victory. And right now at 108, the high 117 against the Yankees at New York. Left side, Lugo on the backhand. 9-pitch, 1-2-3 inning for Daisuke. He's rolling. 3-1 Red Sox. Daisuke Matsuzaka's gone the first 8. Red Sox take a 2-run lead into the bottom of the 8th. Mike Lowell, Jason Varitek, Coco Crisp, 6, 7, and 8 for the Red Sox. And a new pitcher now for the Tigers. Their 3rd of the night after 2 shutout innings for Tim Burnett. Bobby C. is in the game.
Yeah, Bobby C. making his 12th appearance. 11 innings total, only 5 hits allowed and 3 earned runs. He's walked 2, struck out 4. Lefty's only 1 for 22 against C.
Red Sox have seen him in the past. A former Tampa Bay Devil Ray from 2001 through 2004. He was in Colorado in 05 and last year marked his first season in Detroit. Originally a first-round pick by the Chicago White Sox. Action in the Red Sox pen. Last inning Okajima. This inning it's Papelbon. Strike to Lowell. Matsuzaka, 9 pitches, taking care of the Tigers in the top half of this inning. Quite an outing tonight against a team that really hits very well, the Detroit Tigers. And we said last night this would be very good test for Daisuke. And passing with flying colors as Lowell lines out to the tall first baseman Sean Casey.
And not a big strikeout night either for Daisuke. What, only 4 strikeouts on the night for Matsuzaka?
Correct.
A lot of ground ball outs as we highlighted last inning. As a matter of fact, his last 6 outs, ground ball outs.
So one down here in the 8th. Jason Varitek 2 for 3. Well, we talked about all the complete games that Daisuke had in Japan, and we thought, we were talking about in spring training, he wouldn't have the chance nearly to have that many here in the majors. Things done differently. Pitchers kind of protected a little bit more. You don't have the 6-day rotation like they have in Japan. And he had 13 complete games last year, 15 complete games the year before in Japan. And this year has really not been all that close. It's the first time that he's gotten through the 8th.
And probably not coming back out as Papelbon is up. When he was walking back to the dugout, it's almost like he expects to be back out for the 9th. I mean, that's the way it was in Japan. And Papelbon has just been kind of walking around. It's not like he's been throwing hard down there, but we'll see.
Varitek fouls it off. 2-1.
According to something I read today, I guess Daisuke is quite a golfer.
Is that right? I didn't see that.
Yeah. I guess they played on that last road trip on that off day in Toronto.
Being 1 now to Varitek. Papelbon up again. Foul tipped, held on to by Rodriguez, and it is a full count now to Jason Varitek. Jason Varitek, a very patient hitter, has seen 28 pitches. This will be the 28th pitch of the night that Varitek has seen as a batter. Fouling it off to the right, he'll see more. Last 6 games, the Red Sox have hit at .323 with 48 runs scored in the last 6 games. Raise that mark from 268 to 277. Ball 4. Varitek's on for the 3rd time tonight. One out, one on, and brings up Coco Crisp. And a single and a run batted in back in the 4th inning for the Red Sox. All the Red Sox runs charged to the Tigers starter tonight, Nate Robertson, which has 5 innings due to his high pitch count, 115 pitches. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 3. Then Tim Burdack, joining the team today, goes 2 shutout innings. And now Bobby C. pitching the 8th.
The possibility of a hit and run here with this combination of Coco Crisp and Varitek at first base.
A strike 1-1 in the ninth inning for the Tigers. Scheduled Sheffield, Ordonez, and Guillen. So 3, 4, and 5 for Detroit expected in the ninth. So for them, they got the right guys coming up. The check on Veritek was not very far away from the base. The count to Coco Crisp. Jason Veritek at first, one down. Strike over the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Red Sox trying to add on to their lead atop the American League East. An 8-game lead to begin the day for the Red Sox. It's Boston's biggest edge at any time since an 8-game lead on September 30th of 1995. To right, and a base hit for Crisp. Up to second goes Veritek. Red Sox got something going here with one down in the eighth.
That breaking ball that stayed up in the zone. Nice job by Coco Crisp going the other way with this pitch. Kind of a flat breaking ball. So Coco picks up his second hit of the night. Drove in a run back in the fourth inning. He's been struggling coming into this game. 6 for his last 37, but 2 hits tonight.
So one down, first and second for the Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia coming up. Boston out hitting the Tigers now 12-5. 2 hits tonight for David Ortiz, 2 for Lowell, 2 for Veritek, and 2 now for Coco Crisp. The only member of the Red Sox starting 9 not to have a hit is J.D. Drew. He's had the misfortune of striking out 3 times tonight. As Pedroia takes strike 1. Dustin's got a hit, had an infield hit back in the 4th inning off the glove of Nefi Perez.
Bobby C always goes off to that third base side of the mound between pitches and back up on the hill.
To left and a hit. Veritek heading for third base. He'll get there. And it's a bases loaded 1-out situation for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 8th.
Now Red Sox getting some nice production from the 7, 8, 9 guys in the lineup tonight. Veritek with 2 hits. Crisp with 2 hits. Pedroia with 2 hits. This also on the breaking ball. Late break by Jason Veritek, and he'll have to stop at third base. So a few more points wouldn't look bad tonight right here in the 8th inning.
The 6 through 9 guys, 8 for 15 in the game tonight. Bases loaded, 1 down, Julio Lugo. A single and a stolen base in the first. He's lined out, grounded out, and walked his last time up. Lugo lines it towards the gap in left center. That's going to get down and throw to the track and the wall. Veritek scored. Crisp behind him. Pedroia all the way from first base to third with the 3-run triple is Lugo, and the Red Sox lead it 6-1.
Well, you saw the graphic how tough Bobby C has been on left-handers, but the right-handers are having a good time with him here in this inning. Lugo, the hero yesterday, with the base hit in the error to end the ball game. Now opening up the gap. Left center field, 3 bases for Lugo, 3 RBI. That gives him a total of 23 now on the season.
The infield in all the way around for the Tigers. Youkilis bangs it by that front end infield. Lugo from third, and it's 7-1 Red Sox.
When you think about the late inning things that have gone on the last couple of days for the Red Sox, to come from behind win yesterday, the 9th inning, and a huge 8th inning here to break open this game. Wow, look at that. 41-9 in the 8th inning so far this season.
That's a pretty good damage late. Daisuke has waited 16 minutes so far. Papelbon not warming any longer. You may be seeing the first complete game bid by Daisuke in a Red Sox uniform tonight.
And the first complete game by a Red Sox pitcher.
Ortiz flied out, single, doubled, flied to right. Picked up his 33rd RBI of the season back in the 3rd inning. Swung and a miss, 1-1. What was the average, if you could guess, complete games by a pitcher when you played?
I don't know. I have to go back to the books to find out. I really don't know.
I mean, it is a lost art today, though. You agree? It's gone.
When you're at this stage of the season, you know, in the middle of April, May, and you haven't had a complete game, yeah, it's different.
It's lost. Ortiz fouls it off to the left. And it's 1-2.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, you look at guys like, and it kind of freaks of nature, really. A guy like Nolan Ryan that pitches into his 40s, always at high pitch counts, complete games, big strikeout games, no hitters. Yet he was able to pitch, you know, late into his career. You wonder, you know, what the numbers would be as far as guys who threw a lot of pitches, how many years they get in the big leagues. Well, where there's a drastic difference. I don't know. Kurt Schilling. I mean, Schilling, for many years, complete game pitcher. Power pitcher. Still operating at the age of what, 40?
Yes. Just turned 40 this last offseason. All of last year, the Red Sox had just 3 complete games.
No, I know there were more than that when I played. but I don't know the exact number.
The 2-2. Framed by Rodriguez. And a full count. Still just 1 out in the inning. Was the first out. Mike Lowell lined out. First batter that C faced. Since then, a walk, single, triple to clear the bases, and an RBI single for Kevin Youkilis. And just like that, it's a 7-1 Red Sox lead.
Adam Jupiter tells me in 1978 our pitching staff with the Red Sox had how many, Adam? 57 complete games.
Oh my goodness.
16 of those by Dennis Eckersley. So yeah, there's been a little bit of a difference.
There's a slight change.
57. Wow. I didn't realize it was that many.
Would never have guessed that. Hey, how about one? We'll see. Ortiz high in the air to left. Monroe makes the catch. And back to first goes Youkilis with now 2 outs.
That's amazing to me. I had no clue that it would be that high. And Adam also says the opponents had 47 against us.
So it happened a little bit more regularly in your day. And I bet you, if you go back even further, you'll find higher numbers as far as complete games go.
Oh, you go way back. You find guys that pitch complete games every 2 days. That is amazing to me.
And he's 1 for 4 with an RBI tonight. Jolts it foul to the right, and it's 1-1. This starter giving up 3 runs over 5 innings. Burdick 2 shutout. Let's see, he's had a tough time here in the 8th. He's been touched so far for 4 runs. In the 30 pitch inning. Fouled off. 1-2 to Manny Ramirez. Euclid with a short lead at first, held on by Sean Casey. A 4-run 8th so far for the Red Sox. Another foul fly.
He's a huge at bat, you know, from an individual point of view. You got a 1 for 4 rolling in the game, Manny. He's, you know, trying to get on a decent roll. You pick that second hit up, you make yourself 2 for 5. It's a huge difference.
And he fouls it to the right. Are you ready for this? In 1946. The Red Sox had 79 complete games. So just a little under half of their games.
I tell you, that I'm really surprised. I mean, I knew it was a high number, but I had no idea.
These guys hung around to the end.
You couldn't pull the ball out of a guy like Tion's hand, you know, if he got to the 9th inning. Tion didn't pitch in 46. 78 he did.
1-2 to Manny. Another foul to the right.
I was told that Adam says that Louis had 12 complete games. Eckersley 16. Louis had 12, and 5 of those were shutouts. Mike Torres had 12. Excuse me, 15 for Torres. And 47 against us. That's not too good. We let 40. We won 99 games.
1-2 pitch is a strike 3 call. Manny knew it. Damage is done. It is a 7-1 Red Sox lead. Daisuke will be coming back. Daisuke Matsuzaka making a bid for the first complete game of the year for the Red Sox, as he heads back out for the 9th. Matsuzaka has a 7-1 lead into the 9th inning. 72 complete games in 165 starts in Japan. 13 of them last year, 15 the year before. 109 pitches as he starts things in the 9th. Turned out to be a 25-minute wait for Matsuzaka. Red Sox scored 4 times. And they've opened it up 7-1.
A bit surprised somebody is not throwing behind him just in case. You're getting to the point now, 111. You know, if you have a couple of base runs, a little bit of trouble, all of a sudden that count goes up and up.
Two and 1 now to Sheffield. Five hits and a run for the Tigers so far tonight. Another strike. Sheffield is backing out of the way. Grabs the inside corner.
And Matsuzaka with fastballs inside all night long to Gary Sheffield.
Sheffield puts it into left. Manny moving over, but it's going to be in for a hit. And the lead runner on for the Tigers here in the 9th.
And again, a fastball up and in that actually kind of jams Sheffield and bloops it in front of Ramirez for the base hit. That ball was right about at the label of the bat. But again, hard to throw the ball by Gary Sheffield.
Here's Maglio Ordonez, 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled in the 6th inning. And take strike one. We're on the phone with some action here now.
That doesn't surprise me, Don. Again, you know, if you get 2 or 3 base runners this inning, you're starting to talk, you're up in that 120, 130 range where you really don't want to be.
Okajima was up in the 8th inning. And back up again. Ordonez pops it up foul. Again, the high is 117 for Daisuke, done at Yankee Stadium. And a 6-inning effort, which he gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Had a 41-pitch 4th inning. And he walked through and gave up 3 hits and 4 runs. 1-2. Outside corner, strike 3. Ordonez has been Daisuke.
Second time he has struck out Ordonez tonight, both times on fastballs, and this one picking up the outside corner.
Five strikeouts, second time. And Matsuzaka has got Ordonez. Ian takes ball 1. A single in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 15 ground ball outs tonight for Daisuke Matsuzaka. The center field playable for Crisp. 2 down in the 9th.
Well, watch this place come to his feet now.
Sheffield at first base with 2 down in the 9th. Ivan Rodriguez 1 for 3. A single in the 4th. Didn't get the corner that time. Granderson, the only blemish. A home run back in the 3rd. That's been it. Swing and a miss.
That's been the case in the last 2 games for Daisuke. The only blemish was a home run by Overbay last time out.
You keep the blemishes to 1 run and a home run, you're doing all right.
Yeah, you're going to win a lot of games.
Down to his last strike is Ivan Rodriguez with a count of 1 and 2. Daisuke Matsuzaka trying to go all the way. To third base. Lowell picks it, goes to second. The complete game victory for Daisuke Matsuzaka. So Daisuke does indeed go all the way tonight for the Red Sox as they take game 1 of a 4-game series between the Red Sox and another power in the American League, the Detroit Tigers. And bows and hugs all around for Matsuzaka.